Well, you're not going to believe this, or maybe you will. Just 5 days after my last video, and look at all that grime and the fingerprints, that's because for the past 3 hours, over 3 hours, this looked like this. Because guess what? Yet another issue with my Mitsubishi Mini Split. Again, just 5 days, 4 days or so after the last video was released, 5 since I filmed it, this thing has messed up again. Now I've had my third major issue with the Mitsubishi Mini Split that cost me $5,400 and something, $6,400 something when you count the extended service plan, that it turns out I'm gonna need a lot apparently. Yesterday, I came back from a scooter ride, came into here, and I noticed it was bizarrely warm. So I grabbed my remote, which now has fingerprints all over it, and I lowered it to 74 degrees from the 79 that I normally keep it at. 79 is enough to keep it comfortable in here, but right on the edge of sweating. But I was noticing I was sweating a lot. And then I just happened to walk by this. And I walked by, of course, this was open. And as I walked by, I noticed there was no air coming out of it. If you have a mini split, any mini split, you have them on, the fan runs at a very low speed, even when they're not cooling or heating. This fan was doing nothing, which was the sign last time. And then I glanced over, and just like, or the time before last, this light was flashing instead of being solid. I knew I had an issue. I pulled up my app. It was 87 degrees in here. Remember, I had it set to 79 and then I lowered it to 74, but it was 87 in here. Now, it did make one mistake. Rather than sit here and video and watch the sequence of the beeps, I mean, I'm not skilled in this, so it wasn't the first thing on my mind. First thing on my mind was to turn it off and turn it back on. It didn't flash after I did that, but it also wouldn't cool. It took 25 minutes, look at all these fingerprints, before the temperature moved at all, and then it barely moved, and it kind of plateaued at 79, even though I had it set at 74. And then mysteriously, right at 30 minutes later, the temperature started ramping down, and it cooled effectively. But then I pulled up my app, and I noticed that it has been apparently, without notifying me, throwing codes, a PL code, whatever that is, something about a 4-way valve. It's had 3 of those codes in May alone, and I'm suspecting technically 4, because remember, I had that flashing light. It just didn't get the sequence. It wasn't cooling. Something was going on. And it looks like from the app, it was throwing the codes, but then it was somehow resolving the codes and going on before it would happen again. And I guess now it's happening more frequent. So they came out today and they took it apart. They worked for over 3 hours. I happened to walk around and they didn't hear me coming up. And they were, and this is what is videoed here, but I'll just loop this because I tried to do it without, looking like a jerk. But they were on the phone with that field service rep, and after 3 hours on the phone with him, I heard him say, "Are you absolutely sure the evaporator coil didn't have any dirt on it?" And the guy said, "I'm telling you, this thing looks new on the inside. It is absolutely spotless. You're absolutely sure there wasn't a speck of dust on those filters?" I keep my stuff super clean. If you watch any of my videos, you kind of pick that up really quick like. So here's my screens, my filters. I haven't cleaned anything on these today, but I do look about every week to clean them. You're supposed to look once a month. I have an Alexa alert set to remind me every 2 weeks, just in case. It's a regular part of my function to come in here and pop this cover up and check these filters. Normally, I have a ladder right here. I'll get up on that ladder and I'll look up here from the top. That's where they really get dirty, and I check there regularly. So I know this is spotless from the inside. And the reason I bring this up is that they were looking for a reason, something to blame on me. At least that's what I took from it. Just after 3 hours of troubleshooting, you wouldn't have went past the filters. That would have never came up. So the fact that you're coming back to it when you've ran out of every other possible thing that you can think of, aside from just a faulty unit, which is what I think's going on. This is just crap Mitsubishi stuff, or at least this one unit. Then, check this out. He said, I'm going to be getting a call. They're going to have to escalate this higher up, and that I'm going to be getting a call. He said, you'll be hearing from somebody, and we'll see what the resolution on this is. And he said, you can run this, I think, but it's probably going to mess up again. Let me show you what happens now when I press power. Normally, I hit power, and this will open all the way down, and then it'll go up, and then it'll settle at what I have it set at, which is usually the vane about here. But you see that? It's closing itself back up for some reason In cooling mode, 79 degrees I have it set at. I can tell you it's a lot hotter than that in here right now, but I can't do, that's restriction. I mean, there is air coming out down here, but that is a major restriction. That was working just a little bit earlier. So I'm left with this practically useless to me in June heat in Alabama, not happy at all. And now it's been taken apart and put back together 6 flipping times already in 6 months. It's 6 times, it'll be 7 if they have to repair. Well, they have to repair or replace. And I haven't said replace it. I don't want to be that person. But at what point do you start thinking you just got a buggy unit here and it's never going to get any better? I'm pretty much at that point. Not happy. Comment below with what you think. Just thought I would share it.